What's going on, guys? It is officially spooky season again, and we are back at Canada's Wonderland for their annual Halloween Haunt event, this time for the 2023 season. Now, I say again because I did showcase this on my last video last year in 2022. Unfortunately, if you've been following the channel, you remember that I actually did throw my back out and I wasn't able to go on a single ride. So this year, I am determined to make up for it and go on all the rides. Okay, maybe not all the rides, but at least Yukon Striker, Leviathan, Behemoth, you know, all the good ones. So if you saw my video last year, it was like almost half an hour long. I am going to try my absolute best to make a shorter version of that. I know that probably isn't going to happen because it never does, but I am determined. We're going to try and showcase some of the new things going on this year, as well as some of the classic things, the usual things that we like to check out when we go to Halloween Haunt. And don't judge me on the hat because the rides are not hair friendly. Anyway, we are just getting ourselves parked, ready to go. We're gonna go inside, see you in there. All right, so interesting experience from the get-go. So we are here on opening night. Normally I'm the first person to tell you to come here on, one of the earlier nights, especially opening night, because it tends to be less busy. It is very, very busy. So be mindful of that. Get here early. We got here, the park opens at 7 for Halloween Haunt. Actually 6:30 from what I heard, but you have to hang around the front. We got here around 8 and it's very busy. They are also very, very strict with the bag policy. They have basically a clipboard that shows a picture of a square, and if your bag doesn't fit in that, that's it, you're not coming in. Luckily enough, my bag we were able to fold in half to bring in, because otherwise they were not letting us in. They basically said make arrangements, have someone pick it up, leave in your car, whatever. So look up the bag policy. Try not to bring a bag if possible, because they do not play. Anyway, we just got in here. We've had a quick wash and break at the front. We're gonna walk around now, try and get on some rides, but it's busy. I'm a bit concerned. Stay tuned. Okay, the first one as you enter the park is called Dark Ride. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm assuming it's a dark ride, hence the name.
I know.
We're gonna check it out. I feel like I'm on a steakhouse with this hat and hoodie combination. Maybe I am. Anyway, Dark Ride, let's check it out. All right, so we're having the same problem that we had last year, where they're letting people in these mazes and stuff too close together. So, right off the bat, you're walking pretty much right behind the other people, and then as you're walking, there's people right behind you too. So it's impossible to get any scares because you can see everything that's going on right there. You have people kicking your feet and everything right behind you too, yelling and screaming. So it's pretty much impossible to get any kind of a scare. So same problems before. I remember back in the day, they spaced it out a little bit better, that you'd have not everybody going in at the exact same time. That last one, Dark Ride, was horrible. It's just whatever. Anyway, we're gonna try again, try another one, see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, trying to get into the crypt now. The lineup was not very clearly marked, so interesting. The lineup is also very big. We are walking around the Speedway area. This was not that busy last year. I'm actually kind of shocked, but we're just gonna walk in it now anyway, see what happens. All right, so I gotta give credit to the people. They actually did try to space out the line, so we didn't see other people in front of us. We didn't have people right behind us. That said, it wasn't super scary. The scariest part of it was probably the smell of BO, which is kind of echoed throughout the park at this point. But anyway, at least they spaced things out. I appreciate that. You gotta give them credit for that. Alright, so we gave up on Leviathan. Everything is super, super busy. I don't know if everybody watched my video from last year saying to come on opening night, because it is cuckoo bananas. We are gonna try and go on Yukon Striker or something, because all the rides are just packed. And what is this one? I'll go on that if it's not busy. I just want to go on a bloody ride. Alright, so this doesn't make any sense because the weather is perfectly fine. There's no rain, no snow, no nothing. Temperature's good. Every other ride seems to be closed. We tried to get on Yukon Striker now, closed. There's been a bunch of other rides for some reason closed. Every other ride that isn't closed, the lines are just absolutely ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I feel like they should offer some kind of
There's a delay or something like that.
But it doesn't even say delay. It literally says closed. This ride's closed. Yeah, that's true. The other ones that aren't closed are delayed or some other issues. I just feel like there should be some kind of incentive for people who paid good money to be here and everything. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This is just very disappointing, especially because last year I, couldn't go on any rides because I was injured, but it's what it is, I guess. Okay, so I gotta be honest with you guys. I am really disappointed. We just walked through a scare zone. Nothing's open. Every other ride is either closed or the lineups are just atrocious. We're here opening night. This is not how I wanted to spend my night. We spent good money to be here. We spent good money to park here. We spent money to get here. Everything. And everything is either closed, delayed, super long lines to get into everything. Like, I don't know. Why, opening night, you think they'd have their shit together to do this. Yeah, there's literally 2 rides, Sledgehammer and another one that we're walking by right now, Cyclone. Both of them are closed. Why even be open? This is just, I don't know. I just don't understand what's going on tonight. Why are we here? Why are they even open? If they can't have basic star attractions like Yukon Striker, Behemoth. I don't know. I'm lost for words. I'm extremely disappointed, and I feel like there should be some compensation for everybody who's here tonight and not getting their money's worth. All right, so Cody got the Canadiana s'more funnel cake. We're gonna give this a quick little try. The ice cream looks delicious. There's a spider hanging right here. Cody, get it off me. Okay, so spider just put on my face. Got some of the ice cream. Classic vanilla soft serve. I gotta get some of this actual funnel cake. It's already cold. Why are you over there? It's already cold, which is disappointing, and I have spiders all over my hat already, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because it's dangerous. Alright, so we've been attacking this funnel cake for at least 10 minutes by now. You can clearly see that it was not made fresh. The ice cream is still solid. They gave us a ready-made funnel cake. It wasn't fresh, it wasn't warm, it wasn't hot, not even lukewarm. It was just cold, greasy funnel cake. But they put some ice cream on, some batter, some this and some of that. It's pretty disappointing, and sadly enough, so far this has been the highlight of the night, and it's been extremely disappointing. That's sort of been the theme of the entire night. It's just disappointment one after the other. Whether it be the rides being closed, whether it be long delays, for lines for the fun houses, for the rides that actually are open, which are few and far between. I don't know. I normally am the first one to say that Halloween Haunt is one of my favorite Halloween events of the year. If I hadn't already bought a gold pass, which would have been for next year too, I probably wouldn't bother coming next year. I probably would. I don't know. I'm having a hard time recommending this event. I'm hoping that something will kind of redeem this mess we've had tonight, because so far I kind of feel like we wasted our time, our money, just all of it. I'm just extremely disappointed. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just been really, really bad. We'll see. Alright, we're finally getting on a ride. We're about to go on Behemoth.
My hair's a mess.
Her hair is a mess. Well, we're about to go on Behemoth. It's about to be more of a mess in a second, so...
So, full disclosure, I was fully prepared to end the video there. Everything just seemed to be going wrong, we weren't having the best time, and your boy learned the hard way that stale funnel cake and roller coasters do not mix. No, I'm just playing. I didn't actually get sick, but I was really, really close to it. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this because you guys know that I never do that anyway. This was not the best opening night. It was super packed, which it never is. There was tons of children there, which I'm quite surprised in because I always thought it was a certain age up kind of thing. And comment below if I'm wrong here or if I'm right, because I'm really not sure. I always thought it was you had to be a certain age to go to Halloween Haunt, that they had their Snoopy sort of kids thing during the day, but anyway, whatever. Plus there were just a lot of rides not working. We did end up going on Behemoth, and Yukon Striker did end up working towards the end of the night. I didn't go on it because I wasn't feeling the best, but that being said, it was working towards the end of the night. But still, there were a lot of rides not working. And I mean, this is all opening weekend. I will also add that the next night on the Saturday, there was actually a ride that left riders upside down because it broke down for half an hour. But being a sucker for second chances, and because I paid good money for a gold pass, we are going to give Halloween Haunt a second chance. Now, as mentioned, we did purchase gold passes, so that means I can go as many times as I want this year and next year, and that includes Halloween Haunt and Winterfest. We also purchased a gold parking pass, which means once again we can go anytime we want this year and next year, including Halloween Haunt and Winterfest. So you know we are going to be taking advantage of that. Now, it's been exactly 1 week since opening night, so I'm really hoping they've taken the time to figure out all the kinks and get everything working and in order. Now, I did see a lot of potential for the different haunted mazes and scare zones this year, so we're going to do our best to get through all the ones that we missed last week. We're also going to do our best to get on some of the roller coasters that we didn't get a chance to ride on. So with that being said, this is Halloween Haunt 2023, round 2. Let's go.
All right, so we made it around just after 7:30. Parking lot is definitely busy, so I would definitely recommend trying to get here a little earlier. We did try, but just, you know, with scheduling everything, we weren't able to make it. So try to get here a little earlier. That said, it looks like there is still a little bit of business at the front. We're about to make our way over there. Keep you posted. We'll say we turned left this time instead of turning right when we came into the park. So we're gonna see if maybe that helps our experience a little bit more, maybe makes it a little bit better. We'll see. Let you know. All right, so that was Necropolis, I believe, one of the scare zones. Not bad. It looks like a little, like, you know, grave site and everything. Is pretty cool looking. We are heading our way down to some more fun zones, so let's see what we can find next. Yeah, I don't remember what that one was called. There was another scare zone that had like zombies and things like that. It still was pretty good. Anyway, I don't know where we're walking to right now. Just went on the back lot stunt coaster, which honestly just felt a lot like how I drive anyway, so interesting. I don't think I've ever been on that one before. It used to be the Italian Job. So that's the Blood Bar. It used to be like a Dracula's Club, I think. It actually used to be like a little nightclub that you could walk through. Now it's just where you pass by it. You can get drinks there. We got drinks there last year. They were super sickly sweet. Would not recommend unless you want that gut rot after. We're about to go through Spirit Manor right now. It's very, very foggy. We went through the trick-or-treat, like, jump scare area. That was pretty cool. But yeah, we're about to go into Spirit Manor. Check in with you when we're done. This one's usually a pretty good one. Okay, that one was a really, really good one. We're about to go into Cornstalkers. But yeah, that one was a good one. Really warm, though. A lot of good jump scares, a lot of good, like, sets and everything. Scariest part so far, though, was the person right behind me who stepped around in my Balenciaga shoes. So that's been the scariest part so far. That is the annoying thing, is there's a lot of congregating, a lot of people like close together. It's okay. We're about to go to Cornstalkers. Hopefully they space us out a little bit more. All right, so we just finished Cornstalkers and we finished Spirit Manor. Those are probably two of my favorite ones, to be honest with you. They're pretty good. Problem once again though is the pacing. They're just not letting people spaced out enough. So I find that people, you're bumping into people. I feel like everyone behind you is in a rush to get next to the, people in front, and then they're stepping on your feet and things like that, and all of a sudden you meet up with all the people in front and you're not getting scared because you're basically just like, I heard somebody else reference it as like a conga line, which sort of is like everyone's just kind of together walking through you. There's no surprises, no scares. Anyway, that's problem surprise. There's a couple more fun houses, a couple more scare zones we're going to try and get through. Check with you then. Can we talk about how that hot dog was $17? Okay, this is the ruins, which I think was underneath the fountain. So this one's kind of a cool one. We're gonna check that one out next. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna say, the exact same story as all the other ones. Really good, really fun, but just the same kind of situation where you're just right next to everybody else. You're not getting really scared. Lost Cody somewhere. All right, so as I was saying, the good, just like all the other ones. Problem is just, again, you're so close to everybody else. It was super hot in there. You're right. People are stepping on you. People are jumping sort of backwards onto you. It's just too much. They're just not spacing it out. And even when they do try to space it out, you end up catching up with everybody, or they end up catching up with you. It's just nothing scary. I don't know. Everyone else is screaming, having a good time. I'm like, am I dead inside? That's probably the scariest thing right now is realizing that I'm a little bit dead inside because nothing's scaring me anymore. I will say that it hasn't seemed as busy as it was the last time, but that being said, we're in the medieval area now, and it's definitely a lot busier, and it's very foggy right now. Okay. A lot busier in this area, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot of way that people kind of first come through, like we did last week, so I don't know. Alright, so I'm actually really glad we decided to go back for round 2 at Halloween Haunt. If you have the means to get a gold pass, I would definitely strongly recommend you do that. We did that this year, we've never done that before. I mean, Halloween Haunt prices are usually around the $50 mark, plus or minus $5 to $10, depending on what day you go, if you use the promo codes, etc. We got a gold pass for about $110, I believe. We were able to go to Halloween Haunt as many times as we want this year, Winterfest as many times as we want this year, as well as next year, and even just to visit the park, when it's open, and etc. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you do have the means to do that. We also did get a gold parking pass as well, so we once again were able to park any day we wanted, including Halloween Haunt, and then later on in the year when we decided to do Winterfest. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you have the means to do it. I will stand by what I said, that I've never seen an opening weekend like that. It was definitely a you-know-what show. From rides being closed, from the haunts being overcrowded, to a ride literally leaving passengers upside down for half an hour. It was a bit of a But anyway, going for the second weekend, I definitely did notice a little bit of an improvement. It seemed like they had things a little bit more in check. I don't really understand why they would be having issues the way they were, though, because the park is still open during, not during the week, but the park is still open on weekends, so you'd think things should still be, running smoothly. It is what it is, though. As I said, we still did have a good time. Glad we went for round 2. Definitely worth it. And as mentioned, the fact that we had the gold passes, we didn't pay for a single thing besides Cody's $17 hot dog. We didn't have to pay for parking, didn't have to pay for it to get in, so it was more or less a free night. Well, besides the fact that we spent, over $100 on the gold pass. That said, again, I still will have a few little picky points as usual, mainly being the fact that, I said, another, person on YouTube referenced that it's almost like a conga line. Like, when you're going through these sort of haunted attractions, they don't break it up. There's no, people there to hold people back and let, a couple people go ahead and everything. My shoes were literally getting stepped on behind me. That's how close people were. People in front of me were sort of jumping back and then, almost jumping on you as well. And it was just, we were all like sardines basically moving through these mazes. So there was no surprises. You saw everything that was going to happen right in front of you. So I would love if they found a way to do that, because there are, people throughout the mazes that are, keeping an eye on things, making sure everybody's safe. Why not have them double up and sort of hold groups back every once in a while? It does seem like everybody's just in a hurry to get through it, and then that kind of just ends up creating these huge groups of people. So as I said, you kind of have absolutely no surprises at all. That said, Halloween Haunt is still one of my favorite Halloween attractions to go to. We do have the gold passes, so we will be going again next year. I'm hoping that they will sort of find a way to maybe fix these conga line type, mazes. Hopefully it won't be as crazy busy opening weekend. And again, I'm really surprised about the kids. Like, we saw a lot of children, and I'm talking like young children that, were
crying and screaming when they were getting scared. They do have those Nobu necklaces for $15.99 that you can purchase, but it still just feels strange to me to have, you know, kids around. And I mean, comment below, correct me if I'm wrong, I swear they used to have it that it was, you know, above a certain age group that they would recommend to come to Halloween Haunt. They have like Camp Snoopy or something like that they usually do it during the day for the younger, you know, audience, and then at nighttime it was supposed to be more so for like the, you know, teens and adults and whatnot to go and you know, enjoy the scares and everything, because it did seem like it was more of a mature thing. Well, as mature as you can get, people, you know, wearing costumes jumping out and scaring you. Anyway, that's probably going to do it for my review of the 2023 Halloween Haunt season at Canada's Wonderland. I'm not sure we're going to be going back again. If we do, maybe, you know, I'll document a quick little, you know, if there's any news or updates or anything like that. We will likely be going next year, so, you know, keep an eye on that one if you're going to be sticking around. If you're as into spooky season as I am, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I have a lot of spooky season videos from previous years at places like Casa, Loma. I mean, if you got some time, I did a Halloween Haunt for the 2022 season as well, so check out that video as well. We also did some other things, like local things like Martino Manor and, you know, the Halloween Night of Lights, things like that. This year I do have a few more places we are going to be checking out, so as I said, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any of those videos. As always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. You know, it helps other travelers out. It also helps me out so I know what to include in future videos. It also helps with YouTube's algorithm to kind of spread this across YouTube and get it out to all the other people out there too. Once again, this is Daniel Spotlight. Happy spooky season, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.